When did you guys
Jesus.
go? I thought we were doing CS:GO.
What? No, we're recording the
No, what are you
podcast.
talking about? We're recording the
Oh,
podcast, you fucking
let's play
nerd.
something while we do
You
it.
can't-
What do
you
you
can't play something
mean?
while
We
we
literally
do it.
just talked about this. Oh my god, Leo.
No, we can't. We can't play and record.
Holy shit, man.
When I popped off.
All right.
Story time.
Should we do an intro? Should we do an intro?
Sure, story time. What?
Should we do an intro?
I don't know. Hey guys.
Welcome to the Chasmacast. Spelled with a K instead of a C.
Oh, that sounds.
You do it, then, Pez. Do
The
it.
Chasmacast crew. Wait, are we an
Chasma
anti? I hope we're not a KKK.
No, we're not doing that. That's not the name.
That's going in the podcast.
That's not the
going in
name.
the podcast.
Alright, that's going in, but that's not the
going
name.
in. That's going in, dude. That was
What is
fucking
up,
great.
everybody? It is the Chasmcast crew,
Oh, God.
also known as the KK.
Oh my god, dude.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
Check with the
Leo's just like, I
KKC.
mean, maybe. No.
Let's be the KCC instead, because the cast, crew. Oh god.
KCC.
Unless we specify that we are KKK, I don't think we are.
I mean, I already
Yeah.
said it.
Yeah.
It can't be unsaid.
Dude, that was too good.
Oh my god.
Oh Lord.
I don't. Okay, I mean,
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, so I was gonna go to an open interview today, right?
Yeah.
Find a job, and
Okay.
before
Faggot.
I went out to go do it. I went out to go get Carl's Jr. for my sister and her brother,
Uh-huh.
and my brother. Sorry. And I came back and I was sweating my ass off because it's Vegas and it's hot and it's so
It's
shit.
hot.
I know, and
It's
like
Vegas, guys, I live in Vegas. You know how hot it is here.
I also
It's hotter than New Mexico, that's for sure.
I went to Bank of America too, and that's just way too far out, and so.
Far out.
I get home and I just realized that I told my parents I was gonna go to the open interview because I need to get a job, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, I'm not gonna tell them, hey, I'm sick, I'm gonna go.
Hey, I'm sick.
I get outside and I start feeling dizzy almost immediately.
So
And
you were
I
actually
turned-
sick.
And yeah, I turned around and I was like, fuck. And I come back
Fuck.
inside and I throw up like all over the toilet. It's great. It was great.
Oh, that sounds
Leon, the only one to
pleasant.
fake being sick and then turns out actually is sick.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't think I've
I know.
ever faked being sick. Just 'cause
I
it wouldn't
have.
work with my parents.
Oh, dude,
It's
I
good.
totally have. You want to know what's hilarious? I got caught once, boys. This is a good old
Oh,
story.
I've never been caught. Ouch.
Yeah, I got caught. All right, I got caught. My mom is like really hardcore about that shit,
Mhm.
right?
Hmm.
Because in middle school, I'd always leave. I'd be like, "Mom, my tummy hurts. Like, let me leave." And she'd be
My
like, "Fine,
tummy
walk home, walk home." And I'm like, "All right." So when I got to high school, she was like, "This shit's over." And so freshman year, I was like, "Ma, I'm not feeling well," because I had a test that I hadn't studied for. I was missing like 14 of the assignments for that unit. Like, I was big behind, boys. And so I'm like, "Yo, I'm sick. I can't do this." My mom's like, "Fine. Do you have any tests or anything today?" And I was like,
No.
"No." And so she's like, "Okay, fine, you can stay home." And so she had to go to work, and my dad would come home for lunch. And my dad, like, Snugly has seen my dad. Like my
Yeah.
dad's a big motherfucker.
He's a big dude.
Well, it's also not a good scenario when he's mad. Like,
Like it's mad.
So-
Sometimes he takes off the belt, and it's just a bad time for everyone.
Chill.
Come here, boy.
We don't need
Boy.
CPS. We don't need CPS back over at the crib, okay? No.
No, you're 18 now.
Like,
They're not gonna come CPS.
no, they'd be like, move the fuck out, like fucking nerd.
Oh,
No.
you're afraid of child abuse? Get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out of the house. No. Okay. So fuck. So I fake being sick, right? And I'm like, oh fuck yeah, I got the whole house to myself, and I didn't know my dad came home for lunch, and so I was like, oh fuck yeah, I'm sitting on the couch, I'm fucking
Beating me.
jerking off
Jerking
into the couch.
Yeah. Yeah, just kind of casually just fucking the couch cushion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright. Too graphic, buddy. Too graphic. No. So then, like, I hear the open, and we had like this Arctic room, and so I fucking hear the latch unlock, and I bolt it downstairs to my fucking room, fly into bed, and I'm like, my dad had to hear like my door close because he walks down. He's like, "Why are you home?" And I was like, "I'm sick, Chief." Like,
And he's like, that's not.
yeah, and he was like, "Okay, yeah, sick." So he fucking goes back upstairs and he calls my mom.
Thunder,
and
boys.
no, you're good.
It's storming
And-
here.
And so he fucking calls my mom. He's like, "Is Carter like sick and home from school?" And so she's like, "Yeah, blah 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 blah." He comes back down to my room, and I was fucking on my computer,
Oh,
and like my parents are the type of people who are like, "Hell no! Like if you're sick, you're sick.
Yeah.
Like you are in bed until at least school gets out." Like
oh, dude, that's the
And
kind of
so-
stuff my parents would do.
Yeah, like big rip. And so I'm on my computer, and my dad flips us fucking shit, dude. Like I was like, ah, and obviously me going proved that I wasn't fucking sick. And so that shit just fucking that was a big old mess. Like
Not good indeed.
I don't think I've ever
shit hit the
tried.
fan real quick.
I've never even tried faking sick, just because I know my parents are just like, I'm just like, hey, I don't feel good. And they're like, you got a fever? I'm like, no. He's like, have you thrown up?
That's how my
"Nah,
mom is.
Go
now.
to
That's
school.
How my mom is now.
I mean, I'm too honest, but like that shit's too easy.
I'm too honest.
No, dude, I remember once I threw up, like,
Nah, I don't fake being sick. I become sick just so I
you make yourself sick. You just will the sick.
Dude,
I
Leo,
go up,
have you
I
ever
lick the
had that
toilet
weed
seat,
sickness?
and then-
Have you ever had that like sickness?
Oh no. Well, sometimes.
dude. You remember when I went to your house, bro?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, my grandparents came because they were bringing us the car that I was learning how to drive in, right?
Oh my.
Well, so I went to Dolphin's house, Bella Dolphine, his house, and we got so blazed. And then we sat on the couch and watched Family Guy for like 3 hours.
Oh yeah.
Fucking mom, too. Like, we were all passing the fucking
Oh.
bong. Passing the
Oh,
fucking bong. And then so I was like, oh shit,
Hey,
I gotta
your
go.
voice here.
Oh shit.
Voice
No.
hopping into the
So like,
story.
oh fuck, dude, it's like 4:30. I have to go, and so I called an Uber, and I fucking get into this dude's Uber. Void, get headphones, please. But I call this fucking Uber, and fucking car, and he fucking lights up a doobie, dude. And so we're flying down the highway in Vegas.
Yeah, Pez, for the non-weed smokers here. Can you explain what that means?
Oh, a doobie? Okay,
Yeah,
so a
what
doobie is a
I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory.
a doobie is a marijuana cigarette.
Why couldn't you just say joint?
Yeah.
Because, dude,
A split for a
doobies,
blunt.
spliff, blunt, joint, doobie, whatever. No. So, and I'm like, yo, you gonna share? And he could already tell that I was blazed out of my mind. And I fucking forgot that I had to go to dinner with my
Oh
grandparents.
no, dude.
And so I'm fucking like, me and this dude split this joint. And I've probably smoked like a whole gram at Leo's house. And so I'm walking through this casino and I'm paranoid as fuck, dude.
Oh
Like,
Lord.
I'm freaking
Oh
out.
Void.
Oh my god, Void. No. I'm
Void.
sorry, Chief.
We
I'm
can't hear
moving
you.
you.
You're just like
I'm moving you.
buzzing.
All right. I had to move him out. No. But like we get to I'm going to add him back. So fuck, I got to remember how it went. I was super fucking blizzed. Oh yeah. So I'm walking through the casino paranoid as fuck. And you know how there's security all around fucking casinos, dude?
Yeah.
Like, fucking take a fucking glimpse of one of them, dude, and they're fucking. Oh, dude, I was so paranoid. Like, he could have, like, somebody could
I
have
bet
said,
they're like, look at this fucking idiot. Let's fucking
Yeah.
freak him out. Let's freak him out.
And so fucking earpiece shit back on his earpiece, and he's like, and I'm like, oh fuck, he knows. And so I fucking bolt to this restaurant that we're going to, and I'm sitting there, bro, and the lighting is like, it's dark, but it's not like it was
Like,
it was
you could see
fucking
your face.
yeah, like it had mood lighting. It had mood lighting. But I was so fucked off my ass. Like, dude, I didn't even have the munchies. Like, I just fucking wanted to lay there. I was like, like you know when you think you're dying, Leo? Like that's what I was at. And I was eating fucking dinner with my family.
Oh.
And so I'm sitting there, goofed off my ass, and my fucking dad is looking at me like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you need to fucking clear this shit up real quick. And I'm like, oh shit. Like, I totally was like in my own world. And I was like, oh shit. And I'm looking at my grandpa, and my grandpa has this look of just straight disgust
Oh no.
on his fucking face, dude. Like, mans is not having any of this shit.
Dude, I could not pull any of that crap with my grandparents. They're
Dude,
like the most
I can't
judgmental
either.
people.
I can't either. Like, my dad was like, "You're really fucked up tonight," and I was like, like,
Yeah.
I'm still super fucked. And he's like, "You fucked up tonight, man." He's like, "Your fucking grandparents saw that shit. Like, god damn it." And I was like, "Huh?" Still just fucking gone.
Oh my god.
And he's like, oh my god. And he's like, we're talking about this shit tomorrow. And I was like, oh, dude, I knew I had fucked up, but I was still feeling so good that I was like, I didn't care that I fucked up. Like, I was just feeling super good. And dude, oh my god. Holy shit. It was so fucking bad. But so fun. Like, so much fun, man. So much fucking fun.
Dude, I must have had like a boring childhood because I don't remember like getting in like really bad trouble ever. I mean, there was that one time.
Dude, I have so many
No.
like times where I
The one time my parents got like the most pissed at me that I can remember from high school was when Pez and I were hanging out. This is my parents are kind of
I corrupted.
yeah, I am the way I am
Snugly.
today because of Carter here. My parents are pretty strict. They're they expect me to be a good Christian boy, because that's what they are and that's what they were. That's what their parents expected of them.
Oh yeah, I just love when parents trust their beliefs.
Doesn't go that way. So I'm hanging out with Carter, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just. And I told my mom, I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna drive. What were we doing? Were you already at my house?
No, the thing was,
Because how did you? Because I know you were at my house, and then we had to drive back to your house.
yeah. Honestly, I think I was stoned for this too. So I'm kind of like, ugh.
No, because no, you weren't stoned because your brother or your sister's fiance offered.
Oh yes, I remember.
How did you get to my
No,
house? I can't remember.
I was stoned.
You were?
Yes.
You
'Cause
never
we went to my
told
sister's
me.
house. No, you were there for it.
No,
dummy.
but you didn't smoke there.
Yes, I did.
Nah, did you?
Yes.
Fuck, yeah, I missed that.
Dude, no, because they had just gotten a bong and they were like, dude, like, because I was picking up a TV.
Yeah, I know, because you were picking up the TV.
And you were
so
like,
we
yeah. We're at Carter's house.
No. Either way, I told my mom
You
we're
said
going straight to the base.
no. You said we were at my place and we were gonna go straight to, or you said we were at my place and we were going straight to yours. But as soon as you got off the phone, you forgot your parents had like a
they were tracking my phone.
Find My iPhone. They had Find My iPhone. And
And
so
they we were
literally
not
it's a
at your
tracker.
house.
Yeah, and they found out immediately that we were driving around town, and then we drove to the base, and we showed up to your house, and she was like, "So where were you?"
So
And you were like,
no.
and you were like,
It was right. It was after I. It was during the phone call, cause she had called me and she's
Oh,
like,
yeah,
"Hey, so where
'cause we
are
were
you?" I'm just
stopped
like,
at a
"I'm
light.
at." No, we were parked outside
stopped
your.
at a light.
We were parked outside your sister's house. Or no, we pulled over on the side of the road because she called.
Oh
me,
yes,
"Shit, this is really
yeah.
bad." Because I'm not supposed
we
to
were
be
like,
here. And so I'm on the phone with my mom. She's like, "So, where are you?"
Where
I'm
you at?
like, I'm at Carter's house." And she's like, "Oh, you're at Carter's house." I'm like, "Yeah, we're just hanging out." And she's like,
Okay.
"Hang up, come home, you're grounded." I'm like, "Shit."
Oh yeah.
She knows.
Yeah.
And I get home, she's like, we track your phone, right? I'm
Imagine
like,
thinking that you can control your kid's life.
Yeah, dude. I was like, oh, dude, I got in so much trouble. I was grounded for like a good 2-3 weeks. I didn't get my PC. She took my PC. She took my car. I wasn't allowed to see Carter for a good like couple weeks.
Except
was
I spent the night
bad.
at his house.
Oh
that
yeah, you
night.
spent the night anyways.
Yeah.
Remember
Your
you-
mom was so pissed.
She was
at me.
pissed. No, yeah, she was kind of pissed at you from that point on. Where she kind of like eased into it, but she was kind of pissed at you for a good like month.
She lost my son's hanging out with someone innocent, and it was
Oh, she's like, no, she's like, he's a terrible influence.
he's a terrible
for you.
influence. Yeah,
I mean, you
When-
kind of were.
When
I am.
But
a
I
terrible
mean,
influence. I will.
you were-
I will admit
when
that.
your
You were
kid goes out to hang out with their
Yeah, I
friends,
was
they should be allowed to do whatever
I
they
was
want.
respectful.
He respected my boundaries, and I appreciate that. Cause we went over to your
Yeah.
brother's house to pick up the TV, and your brother's like, "Yo, y'all want to smoke?" And Carter's like, "Nah, my
Yeah.
homie don't do that."
No, I
Like,
was
Nick
like,
over here
I
doesn't do
will.
that, but
Yeah,
Carter's
I
like,
said
"I mean,
he doesn't.
I'm down," but Nick doesn't.
Yeah,
so
I
it's
was like, pass me the bong driving because he cared if I drove, but
Mhm.
like that was it. And I was like, no, he's driving. And then it was come home and Nick is like freaking
Come
the
home,
fuck out,
you're
and I'm
good.
sitting there like
Dude,
cracking up. in
I
the front
know.
seat.
He was laughing so hard, and I was just having like a mild panic attack while
Nick's
driving.
having a fucking panic attack.
It was
And I'm
so
sitting
bad.
there like
You told your dad,
was
and
so
your dad's
bad.
just like, "Yeah, he's a fucking idiot. You don't
Yeah.
lie to your parents."
Yeah, I was like, well,
Well, they shouldn't be asking you where you are constantly.
I know. dude.
well, no, but
this
it was
is
like the
this is like the first kind of thing that-
Alamogordo isn't the nicest area
No.
too, so it's like
Well,
The
yeah.
It's
locals
like-
nicknamed it Alamoghetto, so that tells you anything.
yeah, and so it was like they weren't tracking it because they didn't trust him. Well, they are now probably, but
No, they're not tracking my phone anymore. I don't think.
okay, good.
Well,
I
they
was like,
might
you're
be.
18. You don't need that shit, regardless.
I don't know. Either way,
Regardless,
they just kind of
People
don't
that
care.
trust-
Where I go anymore.
Regardless,
Let you
boys.
do what you want.
In this area, it was kind of like customary because it was like if your kids stopped moving, you wanted to make sure they weren't
Call the
dead. Like,
police.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know why we stopped. Like, I thought I had some good karma that day because when we were on the way, this dude couldn't get it. This dude's car stalled. He couldn't get in his driveway, and so I'm like, no, we're gonna pull over and help this guy. And Piz like, you sure you really want to do that? Because what if this is kind of sketch? I'm just like, no, we're gonna stop and we're gonna help this dude.
Yeah, dude,
And so
because
you get out
that's
of
the
the
type
car.
of place. That's the type of thing that happens in Alamogordo. Is like
I know,
people
but
will
he looked
kidnap
pretty
you,
chill.
trying
dude-
to be
listen,
a good
listen.
Samaritan.
The dude
Yeah,
looked
but if you
chill.
got a
He was
group
just
of
trying to
3
push his
kids-
car.
You know.
And so like we pushed
Yeah,
this
group
guy,
of
we helped
3.
this guy push his car into his driveway, and I'm like, look, we got some good karma, and then I'm grounded for 3 weeks.
Yeah,
It was not good.
that was fun though.
Yeah, good times.
Good
like
times.
even though that was like I got in a shitload of trouble, but there's still a good memory. Like I appreciate.
But I was
that.
like, I'm not grounded from video games,
Yeah.
brother.
I appreciate
And
the
so you
experience.
just played on my PC.
Oh yeah.
You're like,
Oh,
all right, my
shoot.
parents have gone to bed.
I kind of don't want to tell this. Yeah, no, fuck it. If they listen to this, it's fine. They're gonna. I've already messed up my life. I remember the first time I went to go over to your house, my parents were strict on the like no computers in bedrooms. That has changed now. I've got my PC in my bedroom. Yeah, they were really strict. I didn't have my PC in my bedroom until a month ago. And I didn't have my own room until about a month ago. So,
Whereas I convinced my mom to let me make a setup in my room.
Yeah.
When I was in 8th grade.
The first time I went over to Carter's house, my mom was like, "Well, it's his computer in his room." And
I
Carter's
was like,
just Carter, the dumbass, is like, "Yeah," and my mom's like, "Huh."
I guess I didn't have that
No.
trouble like you.
And then Carter's like, "Oh shit, what did we just do?" I'm like, Carter, you can't tell it that we're not allowed to have computers in our rooms here. And so Carter's just like, "Okay, well, my mom's desk is in the hallway. What if we just tell her that we moved the computer to the hallway?" And I'm like, "That could work." And so I told my mom, and she's like, "Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead." And so we went, never moved the computer to the hallway, and took my computer with me, and we just kind of chilled in his room.
We took my mom's chair.
Yeah, we took your mom's
we needed
chair.
a place for you to sit. But
I don't know.
Dude, those were some good times.
When I was a kid, they wouldn't really let me because they said it wouldn't fit my room. But,
Yeah.
you know, of course, I found a way to do it. And I was like, well, you see, it's in here now, and I'm not moving.
no, you see, it's in here now, and I'm not moving it back.
it.
I've kind of done that with my parents on a few things. Like, they didn't want me having food in here at first in my bedroom, and I'm just like,
Ooh, I got a good story
how about
about
no?
that.
And so I just have I have a stash of snacks in here now, and every time I eat a meal, when we're just not like sitting down, we don't sit down and eat meals as a family that much anymore. And so if we're eating just like a quick like light meal like Taco Bell or something, I'll just bring it in here.
So I've got a story. So my dad, my mom knows that I eat in my room like all the fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas my dad, he found out because he smelled kettle corn in my room because I'd made popcorn. I was like, oh fuck yeah, dude!
What?
I'm watching Netflix. I'm gonna fucking have some fucking popcorn, dude. And so, so my mom, she was like, yeah, whatever, like as long as you don't make a mess. And I'd vacuum my room like regularly, like I still do. Like I vacuumed yesterday, and so, like my dad would never know unless like I left evidence, and I didn't. Like now he's cool with it because he saw I'd been doing it for the past 3.5 years, and he didn't know shit about it. Like, so fucking now he's cool with it, but for a while he was like, "What the fuck
for
is
3
this?"
years.
Dude, a lot of drawers and shelves. That's all I'm gonna say. Like,
Dude, I can't hide jack from my parents.
cubbies and drawers. If it closed, spot like,
Man,
my dad would just like look in my room and be like, "Cool, nothing like sketch. Like, all right, cool. There's not a meth lab in the corner. We're good." Like,
I just eat my food and bring it back to the kitchen. So
no, see, my dad was like, "No, crumbs all over the goddamn carpet, never ever." And I'm like, "All right, dude, chill." And so
I'm a fucking pig. I eat every crumb.
Yeah, I'm the
No,
same way. I pretty much
but
never
so-
feel anything.
I was eating this kettle corn, and my dad's
It
like,
all goes in the mouth.
why does it smell like kettle corn in your room? And I was like,
I
I was
butter
like-
my asshole with kettle corn.
whatever tickles your goose, Leo. No. And so,
Hey, we're
so
talking
I'm
about
like-
your goose.
and so I was like, and my brain was like, play dumb. And I was like, what do you mean? Like I had kettle corn a while ago, but I ate it in the kitchen. And he goes into the kitchen. He's like, that's funny. Cause there's no
It don't smell
popcorn
like
bag.
Kettle corn.
You
he was like, there's no popcorn bag in the trash can. And I looked down at my trash can and I was like,
Okay, so I maybe brought it into my room, and I.
yeah. And so then I was like, well, no point in even like trying to keep this shit going. I was like, okay, yeah, I ate it in my room. But do you see any remnants anywhere? Like trying to defend myself, being like, listen,
There's no defending.
Yes,
yourself, Bez.
I ate it in my yeah. And my dad's like, get the fuck
you.
up. Like, yeah, like he was like, this is
He's like,
bullshit.
all right, cunt. You wanna fucking do?
Yeah. So he fucking like takes me in the
Unbuckles
living room. And
belt.
he's like, no, yo, chill, chill.
Come here, boy.
No, but he's like, listen, like, what the fuck? Like, I thought we were cool. Like, I thought I could trust you. And I was like, okay, listen, chief.
Listen.
Slow down there, buddy. Slow down.
He's just constantly high, so everyone's just gotta slow down to his level.
Yeah. Not quite, but no. And so he
Sorry.
fucking is all like, and so my mom, she was all like, chill the fuck out. He's in his room and he's like, you fucking knew about this? My mom's like, you're goddamn right I did. And he's like, what the fuck,
Damn.
man? Like, he felt like personally attacked.
I mean, I
Dude,
would too.
I feel like I would be a little sad too. Mom and
Well,
the kid
I
are
mean-
keeping things from me.
If you gonna bitch about food in the room, that's your own fault.
Yeah, like, no.
I mean, it
it's
is
like,
their house, but that
yeah,
is-
but like my mom was cool with it. She knew that I knew how to eat because I it was my sister who ruined it for us. Like,
Fucking
we
fat
used to.
cunt.
True, actually, true.
Um,
To that on an emotional episode, but no, like, it was my sister who ruined it for us, and I was like, what the fuck, like, this is bullshit. And so when she moved out, I talked to him and I was like, listen, I want to be able to eat in my room. And my dad was like, fat chance, like, shut the fuck up, idiot. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, guess not. Whereas I was talking to my mom was like, okay, fine, as long as you fucking aren't a douchebag about it and I don't see trash laying around or dishes. And I shit you not, I took a bowl out of my room that I've had in here for like a month, and I forgot it was in a drawer out of here today,
Oh
and I
my
threw it in the
God.
trash though. I threw it in the
Alex did
trash.
that shit when we were sharing a room. He had like a bowl of baked beans that sat on like my dresser
Yo, what the
for
fuck?
like 2 weeks, and that thing was like
God.
rancid.
I still got a bowl of SpaghettiOs in here.
And I didn't clean it up just out of principle. I'm like, this is not my mess. He's gonna do it, and like every
I
day I
would do
remind him
that.
like, yo, clean your shit up, and he never did. And
That's
now he's
disgusting.
married. And it's
That's
not my
disgusting.
problem anymore.
He gonna clean up his act soon enough.
Yeah.
Trust me, he will.
Or divorce.
Hit him with that divine intervention.
No, I've been there and it's still a mess.
You've been there to divorce, yeah.
No, I've been in it.
Oh,
I've seen
yeah.
their divorce. It's pretty rough.
It's fucking disgusting, bro.
Their divorce is fucking disgusting.
Just
Dude.
taking half of
Oh
everything
my
he
God.
owns, so $2.
Half the bowl of baked beans. She just
$2
cuts it
a
right
can.
down the middle.
$2 a bowl of meal.
Let me take this phone. Takes out a fucking butcher's knife, just fucking chops that bitch in half.
Oh Lord.
Oh, and the dog.
my
Oh,
God.
yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah.
don't want to talk about the dog.
Oh, no.
I miss Doodles.
Dude. Oh no.
Yo,
That
bad.
sounds rough.
You don't want to hear about what she did to the kids.
How wild. We met
What,
in
Snug?
what? We met in what? 10th grade.
Dude,
awkward
can I
as
talk?
fuck.
Can I talk about the first time?
No, no.
Oh my God.
No. Not this story.
Yo, next
Alright,
time
I'm
we
gonna
do
have
this,
some explaining to do.
we need to do a face cam. We need to do
Alright.
face cams. Like, we need to be in a call.
Boy, I am
Okay.
fucking poor. What are you smoking?
Dude, my face cam is hot garbage. It's fine.
It's fine.
Alright,
I'm the only
listen.
one with a good quality.
I'm
like,
gonna
clip.
explain this after you tell this story.
All right. So,
'Cause there is
me
explanation
and
to
Snug
this.
had this class. What was it called?
We had homeroom together, right?
Yeah, it was basically homeroom, but it was called something else.
Oh, it was
seminar.
called, yeah,
Seminar. So we had this
Crazy
class
mix
called seminar together, and it was basically
Wow.
homeroom. It was in the middle of the day, right before lunch. And this class was just like any homeroom class. Like, it was read or fucking do work.
Mm-hmm.
Well, me and Snug did that for like a quarter of the year until like we
No,
met
no, no.
each
We
other.
did it for like a day. Dude,
Yeah,
we met each
maybe.
other and it was just that. We were
Yeah.
instantly just fucked.
Well, so I met Snug, and Snug was wearing like button up.
Dude, I was so
He was
bad.
wearing fucking.
What a fucking Mormon.
khakis.
I was so
He was
bad.
wearing. He only wear khakis and like plaid button up.
It was really
fucking
bad.
Mormon.
Whereas I was like,
Me
Why,
and
the
you,
stud
me
of
and you.
all of us.
fucking, like, yeah, dude, I was this fucking stud. I still am a stud. God damn it. No, But so I was like, who the fuck is this nerd? Like,
Oh my god.
big facts, like straight up was like, who the fuck is this nerd? And so I was talking to Snug one day because I heard him like I overheard him talking about like PC or something. I was like, yo, you play
Wasn't
PC?
Lily in that class? I think I was probably talking to
Yeah,
Lily.
yeah. It was yeah. Well, and so Snow was like, "Oh yeah, I build computers, blah blah blah." And I was like, "Wow, like you're
At
cool."
that point,
I
I had
haven't.
not built a single computer.
Oh my god.
I don't know if I said
No.
that I built computers.
Yeah, you did.
Did I?
No, anyway.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
never.
Anyway.
I'd taken apart a few
Anyway.
and put them back together.
Anyway. So I was like, "All right, you fucking nerd." And I was like, "What do you play?" And he was like, "CS." And I was like, "Oh, dude, I play CS."
A man
Ah,
of
dude.
huzzah, a man of quality.
Oh,
I see you're a man of culture as well. Huh. No, and so like me and Snug hit it off. We're talking.
Sorry,
And I
just got murdered.
still by the end of the day, I'm like, yeah.
No, you skipped over the best part.
Oh,
like,
oh
with the
yeah, the handshake, the handshake.
Oh my god.
So I don't know how many of you guys know what dabbing someone up is, but
Yeah.
everyone basically knows what it is. So I went to go dab Snug up, and Snug grabs my hand and just starts shaking it. Whereas, like, I'm not even like have my hand in a
This is
position to go
not
for a
a
handshake.
consensual handshake.
Like, yeah, my hand is straight up like flat as a board. Like I am going for the hand slap, not the fucking grab and yank my fucking arm a bunch of times.
Hi, nice to
that's-
meet you.
Alright, now I get to explain
Whereas
this.
Snug, that's where he was.
We're gonna explain this now. I lived on the East Coast before moving to to New Mexico. I was in Maryland. In Maryland,
Rich white
nobody
people
does-
town.
Yeah, nobody
Rich
dabs
white
each other
people
up in
town.
Maryland. It's all handshakes. And so I moved to New Mexico, and Carter
Oh,
goes
my
to
name's
do
Carl.
this. I'm just like, hey, Carter goes. I shake his hand. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I'm just like,
No.
"I'm shaking your hand.
was
What do you
so
mean?" He's like, "No, no, no.
confused.
We don't do that here." He's like,
No,
this is
I
what
was
you
like,
do."
okay, you're chivalrous. All right, cool. Do that with the ladies. However, comma, we don't do that here.
We don't do that. And so he shows me how to do it, and I just thought I
Oh,
was
you
like
see, I'm
messed
mixed.
up.
I'm
And so
mixed.
I moved away from New Mexico to Virginia, another East Coast state, and I meet
Where
some
everyone
people,
also only
and
wears gangs.
yeah, and I want to dab a kid up, and he goes right in for the handshake. I'm like, "All right, listen,
You're like,
I'm just
"God
confused at
fucking
this
damn it, I'm
point.
so
What am I
confused."
supposed to do?
Yeah, man, I'm so confused.
Oh, dude. I had to
Do I
teach
shake the
people here
hand?
how
Do I
to do
dab
it.
him up? Like, what the fuck?
Excuse me while I die.
What
I have
the
to teach
fuck?
kids here how to dab them up, because everyone here shakes again, and it's just I can't just switch back and forth. It's gotta be one or the other. I think I switched back to
I'm
shaking hands
mixed,
again.
so I switch all the time.
I met one dude and went to dab him up, and he just looked so lost. And this was recently. And like, it was the funniest shit. He reaches his hand out to shake, and I go to dab him up, and I just commit fully to it. He goes to like grip, and I just do it real quick, and he just looked lost.
Dodge that shit. You're like. Whereas I couldn't even dodge it. Like I was like, cool, kids, chill. I go to dab him up, and this kid
See, you weren't
like,
expecting the
grabs
handshake.
my
I
hand.
was. I was ready for the handshake and dodged it.
I gave him the most
He's like-
confused, like, what
So
the
Snuggly's
fuck?
sitting there.
look
He's like,
in
God
my
will
life,
guide
dude.
me, and then
God will
like,
guide
what
me.
the fuck?
God will
If God is
guide
true, he'll show me that this friendship will last. And then Carter's like, bitch, what the fuck?
Yeah. And then he was, dude. Oh my god. So
I have moved on to more scuffed ways. So.
another, yeah. Now
I'm
Snug.
not, I'm not a good
Now
Christian
Snug
boy anymore.
scuffed. Now Snug is scuffed.
God will guide him.
I ain't done drugs, but I might be more scuffed than Pez at this point.
No,
That's
not
the only
even
thing you
close.
got on me, dude.
Are you sure about that?
No, I have so much more on you.
Yeah, you
regardless.
okay? Now you
Hey,
probably
I'm
do.
on both.
Regardless.
Don't even at me.
Dude, it
Get
took
on my
so
team.
long for you
Yeah.
to convert me, though. It took you so long. With
Well,
pretend
yeah, because you
stories.
had to change your whole wardrobe, buddy.
I
All
know,
you
dude.
had was fucking khakis and button-up shirts.
Dude, you were the reason I re-went through an emo phase.
Oh
Ouch.
God.
I know
That's
who's
disgusting. That's gross.
And
That and you also
lasted,
had
like 10
a
seconds.
girlfriend who
Oh
was
yeah,
like,
I had an emo girlfriend
yeah.
for like.
Do you like it in the sheets?
What? We're
She,
not talking
she
about
was
that.
indeed
We're
the
not.
freak in the sheet. No,
We're not
okay.
going there. No, she's
No.
not listening to this. We're not going there.
For those of you who don't know, this was in New Mexico. So
What?
this was big in New Mexico.
Yeah, when you and I were hanging.
Exactly. When me and Snug were fucking shit up together. However,
yeah.
Snug has moved since, and so big rips.
Yeah.
Regardless,
Dude, I thought I was gonna
Snug bought
graduate this year.
T-shirts. Snug bought T-shirts, and I was
Actually,
like, "Wow, man's actually has T-shirts."
I didn't buy T-shirts. My girlfriend bought me T-shirts, and you gave
Jesus.
me that Van shirt. I still had that. I still wear the Vans that you gave me.
Let's go. Let's go. That shit's fire. That
They go
shirt's-
well with my
that's a good
khaki
shit.
jeans.
Oh my god. I think I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
No, but dude, those jeans look pretty good.
Shut the
Don't
fuck
have
up.
me.
Just stop.
Get your goddamn jeans out of here.
Get your goddamn
Bro,
khaki
I
having
can't
ass
fucking
out of
wear
here.
jeans. They're too tight on me,
Dude,
man.
I can't
Bro,
do sweats. I do jeans.
Bro,
I
my
can't do
dick's
sweats.
too big.
I'm just constantly
And
afraid.
That is.
I can't wear sweats just because I'm constantly afraid I'm gonna get an erection in public.
Did I ever tell you guys about my ninth grade
Absolutely.
math
Everyone
story?
No, oh, share this story. This sounds like it
Oh,
could be good.
dude.
I want to
This.
see the outline of my fat cock. No.
So, in North Dakota, everyone wore athleisure.
Uh-huh.
Like, you were weird if you wore pants.
Yo,
and so
where's pants to
I-
school? Just wear your boxers.
Me being from California, I was like, yo, skinny jeans, fucking, like, skinny
Cargo
jeans are the
shorts?
move. Skinny jeans and Vans. Like, you saw a pair of Vans up there, like, every 1 in 4 people. It was fucking, no, it was nuts. Like, everyone wore athleisure. And so I was like, yo, I'm hopping on this athleisure wave. Like, dude, this shit's comfy as fuck. Straight up, not even lying. And so I had a student store because this school was like big as fuck. It was one of the oldest schools in North Dakota. Like, this shit was fire. I love this school. Kind of sad I didn't graduate from there, but wouldn't have met Snug, and so I wouldn't trade her for the world, you know, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And so I bought this pair of sweatpants, and this is my first experience with like the presentation, like
No.
boner, like, yeah.
Oh,
Well, so
no.
I'm wearing these sweats in class because I was like, yo, these things are comfy as fuck. I wear pants when I can just wear like. So my teacher is teaching. Shout out to you, Miss McWilliams. You're still fire. But also, sorry that you fell on my dick.
Whoa, hold up. What?
Yeah. So she
No.
drops her marker under my desk. I have a boner because there were quite a few hot girls in my math class. And one sat right next. Like, shout out to you if you are listening. She might, honestly, regardless. Void is in this class with me. He sat next to me, so he can attest to this. She goes under my desk. Or no, so she drops her marker. She's like, "Oh, I'll get it." I'm like, "No, you're fine. I'll grab it." And she's like, "No, it's really nothing." She goes under
Let
my
me
desk.
get the marker, Mitch.
yeah. That's what I'm thinking in my head. I'm like, "Let me get this fucking marker, please."
You don't want to see.
She goes
my
under the
dick.
desk, smacks her head on the top of the desk, and fucking dick.
No. Can you repeat that? You cut out.
God damn it.
Repeat that.
Oh, I
Should
didn't
go-
get that. Can you repeat it?
She goes under the desk because she's like, "No, it's okay. I'll grab it." And I'm like, "No, you really don't have to. Like, I can bend down. It's literally fucking 2 foot and a half for me." No, this bitch had to fucking bend down. Marker from under my desk. She didn't realize how low the desk was. Smacked her head on the bottom of like the top of the desk,
Mhm.
and fell on my fucking dick. Like, her face fell on my fucking dick.
No.
He'd be like one of those YouTube people and be like, the first time I lost my virginity.
And then after class, she asked me to stay behind.
Yeah.
And
No,
then she sucked me
no,
off
but
in
she was
class.
like I was mortified.
Oh,
She
dude, that
got
was
up,
so bad.
and the look on her face, I was like,
She just
and I was totally thinking, I was like, I fucking told you I
makes
could have
eye
grabbed it,
contact.
bitch.
We're never talking about this. Walks away.
No, yeah, like, dude,
And
that's
you wanted
totally,
from those.
that's totally like the look on her face. And like all these kids in the class were like looking at her
What
like,
the fuck
oh my
is
god,
that?
why is this chick mortified? And I am the only person who like knew why. I was like, oh my
Voice
god,
looking over like, I know what the fuck just happened, and I'm not
like
happy
oh my
about
god.
it.
I was like, oh my god. And so she goes, dude, she recovered like a fucking champ though, man. Like
I wonder,
she
like,
fucking went right back into that lesson. I was like, and I'm sitting there like mortified. Luckily at this time I like didn't turn red when I was like mortified and like embarrassed, because holy shit,
for real
would
though,
it
I
have
wonder,
been obvious.
I wonder how many teachers have, like, I wonder how many like awkward boner stories teachers have. Like that they're
Oh
just
my
like, oh
God.
yeah, one time I had a student get an erection in the middle of a presentation. Like everyone
One
saw
time I
it, started
fell
laughing
on a
at him.
student's dick.
I wonder how many of those stories teachers actually have.
Dude, I hope it's not many.
I got pretty close to
Dear
one teacher.
God.
I wonder if I could like email him and be like, yo, how many stories do you have of this? Because like we're out of high school. We can be buddies with the teachers now, right?
Nah.
We can share this
No, you
stuff,
can be
right?
buddies with teachers. What are you talking about, dude?
I was pretty chill with my
Nah.
English teacher, 12th grade.
I have a few teachers.
Bro, our old 11th grade English teacher went fucking insane.
Yeah, dude, I
Like-
know. Have you seen her Snapchat stories?
Well, there's definitely like one teacher
Oh, did you
that I
did you
would
unadd
bend
her?
over. I mean, what?
No, she unadded me.
She still has me on Snapchat.
Bro, give me your snap. I gotta see this shit.
I don't know about you.
Give me it
But,
to me
uh,
after the podcast,
okay.
so nobody tries to add her on fucking Snapchat.
Well, I would have just sent it to you on Snap. I wouldn't have just read it out over the podcast.
That's true, yeah. I'm an idiot. Whatever.
Dude, she was pretty chill for a little bit though, but like at the end
She
of the year,
was
she just
chill
kind of went
for
nuts.
a while, and then she like, oh, dude,
You remember that one day where we like
fucking nuts.
snuck into her class because we didn't have anything to do?
Yeah.
And the girl got pissed at you.
Dude. She's like, can you stop cursing, please? And I was like, whoa,
We're gonna start the
bitch.
story at the beginning. We're gonna start the story at the beginning. This was like, I can't remember. It was a weird week because of like testing or something. And so we were in a class where we just
It
didn't
was
have
park
anything to
testing.
do.
It was park
Oh, it was
testing.
park testing?
We didn't have test.
We didn't have a test.
And so we were
we
like,
just talked to the
listen-
teacher and like,
yeah,
hey, can we
'cause
go
we
do work
talked-
for this class? And
Work.
quote-unquote
Air
work.
quotes.
Just-
Work. No,
And so
dude.
we got notes to go to the class, and we're sitting at the front of the class. I think there were a couple guys in there that we knew, and so we were just shooting the shit in the front of the class. And this was like the most peaceful
Shout out
class.
to Gavin.
Yes, Gavin. I love the fucker. I'm gonna send him this podcast. But we were just like, it's like he can call me daddy any day. This was a completely peaceful class. They're all just doing their work, just like very quiet, just kind of hanging out. And me,
Snugly.
I don't think Cody was in there. It was me,
Yeah.
you, Cody, and Gavin. We're in the front of the class, just causing a riot.
Oh, and Jocelyn. Jocelyn
Oh,
was
yeah.
there too.
Dude, we were just the loudest, most
And this
obnoxious
is when she
bunch
got
you've
into weed,
ever
too.
seen. It was
Yeah.
it was ridiculous. And the teacher was in the back of the room. She loved us. She didn't care. So she's just kind of like laughing at our jokes. She would
Dude,
occasionally
she
walk
was
by and talk
ripping
to
into that kid.
I
She
know.
ripped into that kid.
And this girl stands up, and can you take it away from me? Because I don't even know the exact words she said. I feel like you have a better memory.
So
of this.
she'd been getting like pissed and was like talking to her friends and was like,
Who's talking shit
and-
behind her back?
yeah. And so like I sort of like was noticing this, and then she fucking like immediately after this, she was like, "Can you stop cursing, please?" And I was, well, yes, I was cursing a lot. Like I could have stopped.
But,
Like I totally would have stopped.
Excuse me, bitch.
Exactly. Like I had at that moment, I was like, "Excuse me, bitch."
Dude, he straight up
like-
just like, excuse me.
Yeah, no, I turned around. I was like, excuse me, what? And she was like, "Can you stop cursing? I'm
Some
trying to do
people-
work."
It's just- some
And I
people
was-
just really don't want to hear that.
Yeah, she was like, "Some people just really don't want to hear that." And I was like, "Okay, first off, I am a human being.
First off, fuck your bitch and
No. And so the teacher is like, you're the only one who has a problem with it. And like she was stopped dead in her tracks there. And then I was like, and then I also was like, yeah, so you can kind of go fuck yourself. Like I straight up said that to her, and she was like,
bad.
and then she was like, please don't make me fucking go down to the office and like go.
No,
get a
she gets more mad. She stands up and turns to the teacher like, you need to write him up. You
Oh,
need to
yeah.
write him
Oh,
up.
yeah.
And she's like,
And
I'm
I'm
gonna write
sitting there
you
like-
up if you don't sit down.
And I'm sitting there like, and I'm
we're
sitting there just
dying.
watching this chaos ensue, and I'm like,
Me and
I have
Gavin-
created
Me and Gavin are just
something
dying.
And this girl is like, they're disrupting the class. And she's like, you're being more disruptful than he is right now. And I'm sitting there like quiet, like just like.
She's straight up trying to write this girl. This girl said, you need to write him up. I'm going to write you up.
Damn,
I'm like, God damn, dude.
bro,
No.
this bitch straight up looked like she was about to punch me too. Like
she was so mad. What? I don't
she was
understand how she
fuming,
went
bro.
0 to 60 in like half a second. Like I
Half
get
a
like
second.
I get
like,
being mad
holy.
about like the about you swearing, but then she just starts going off the rails. It was the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Dude, that shit was so funny. And I'm just sitting there like, what? Like,
I mean, to be fair, we did kind of calm down after that.
no.
We brought it down just a little bit, not that much, but
Yeah.
then eventually we got right back up there.
Oh, dude, yeah. Like, and then Gavin and Cody and fucking Cody were like, she's a bitch. Like, don't fucking worry about her. And I was like, cool. And then I went right back to my shenanigans and made her even more pissed. And she was like
Yeah.
huffing and puffing behind me.
There's
And,
nothing
dude, I
she could
swear-
do there.
I swear, if she was like right behind me, I bet you she would have like smacked the shit out of me.
She probably would like kicked you in the back and you just kicked your kneecaps out.
Dude, she wouldn't even be able to reach my kneecap, short ass bitch.
Oh, Nico kneecaps.
Dude, she was short as fuck. I remember that. Like, I was like,
Everyone
bitch.
in New Mexico was short as fuck. We were just
Yeah, I
like
guess.
freaking giants out there. You and your 6'4" ass.
Dude, you remember when we fucking bailed on her class, 5th hour, and went to Dollar General, brought back food, and she didn't mark us
Yes.
absent or anything?
She didn't. Oh my god, dude.
Like, we were like, hey, sorry we ditched your class, but we were really hungry, and so we just walked to Dollar General. And it was like 40 minutes into the period, and we only had like 15-minute classes. And she was in the middle of a lesson, and I was like, I got chicken and a biscuit, though. And she was like,
He's like,
oh,
you
really?
Sharon.
And she was like, I haven't had that in forever. And I was like, here. And
We
she
got
was like,
away with way too much shit in that class.
bro, funny thing is, I took the AP exam. I got a straight 1 on that
Did
bitch.
you really? Dude, I got a 4 on that exam.
Yeah, I got a big old 1 on that bitch.
Rip, dude.
That was so funny to me, though. I was like, yo.
That teacher let us get away with so much. I wasn't there for the second half of that year though. So like,
Yeah, that's when I mellowed out, and I was like, well,
did
I
she
have
just
nobody to
start
cheat
like,
off
go
of
the
anymore,
rails
so
then?
I have no
know,
one to
dude.
cheat off of
Y'all
anymore,
just,
so I
like-
have to kind of
Y'all just
actually,
yoinked all the answers from me.
dude, I was the
What
only
did
one
you
who
do?
did though.
Dude,
Like everybody
what
else
was
paid
that-
attention in that class, and I was
that one
like,
kid with the dreads.
Nah.
What was his name? I mean, he did work some of the time, but like there
with
were
the
those-
dreads.
yeah,
Fuck.
he was in our he was in this cybersecurity stuff
With
with
the
us.
dreads. What are you fucking talking about?
He had the
Are you?
the
No,
dreads and like the big ass nose.
I
was,
don't
like, his
fucking know who
name?
you're talking about.
He did. We tried to get him to join our cybersecurity team because we're fucking nerds, but he never
Oh.
showed up.
Rayshawn.
Yes,
Yeah, dude.
he kind of skimmed some
Sean,
answers from me every
dude.
once in a while. He came and joined and was just as scuffed.
Yeah.
Dude, they never. All the kids like right at like in the middle of the year, right before I left, all the kids just started getting pissed at that teacher. And then like, didn't she get fired? Like, the
No,
very end?
they were never able to fire her,
They
but
did they transfer?
they sent her back to the English department. And then
Oh,
she made
yeah.
kids' lives hell.
Yes, I remember that. All right, yeah, no, I remember that now.
Yeah, cause oh yeah, no.
I remember hearing
Yes, because we had a sub. Because they even like they were there was like a hot
Yes.
sauce. There was this
The hot
thing called the
sauce.
hot sauce incident
The
where
hot
this
sauce.
kid brought in a bottle of like ghost pepper hot sauce.
They were
Now I don't
passing
know
around.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this, but ghost pepper hot sauce. While the ghost pepper is a really spicy pepper, it's not the hottest pepper. It's a really big like misconception. Well, so these kids were like, "Dude, fuck it, let's drop it in our eyeballs."
What
Did
the
they really?
fuck?
No,
Yeah.
that's
What
not
form
where
of
I thought that
retardation
went.
did they
I
And
thought
they
they were just
reported her
because she took it.
because she didn't stop them.
No, she took it from him and wouldn't give it
Yeah,
back.
she took it, but she didn't like report or she didn't stop them. And they're like, "Oh my god, my eyes are on fire." She's like, "You're a fucking idiot for dropping hot sauce in your
Gavin, I
eyeballs."
remember Gavin and Cody got kind of pissed today for it, but like they're
Well,
like that entire.
I don't know. They
like,
also were kind of
class group-
bandwagoning a little
yeah,
bit.
that entire class group.
That's
just
her
kinda, like,
fucking.
bandwagoned
Or
it.
that's their fucking fault,
I know.
not hers.
Yeah,
And,
but she went nuts after that. Like she
Yeah.
fucking.
I
I
mean,
would've-
why?
I don't
wouldn't
fuck with
she?
her anymore.
They
I don't
fuck
forced
with
her
her
out
anymore.
of her department. All the students.
I would have
turned
grounded my
against her.
child
And she
if
just
she did that.
she cut her hair and dyed it. she.
No, dude, she didn't even cut her hair. She fucking shaved her head bald
Oh yeah, she did. She shaved her head and then she just recently dyed it. But she
and
didn't
cut
even-
everything from like
She moved to a different school.
except she cut everything out of her diet except like beans and something else, like beans and tofu. She ate like beans and tofu for the rest of the fucking year.
Bro, you look like beans and tofu.
Bro, I
Dude,
thought she got cancer. Like I'm not even gonna lie.
me too. A little bit.
Like I
Big
straight up
ouch.
I texted Nick and I was like, "Yo, you remember this teacher? Yeah, she
No,
got
she-
cancer." Because we were talking and
I
she was like,
remember you telling
"Yeah,
me that.
yeah." Because she was saying she was like, "It's either cancer or like this," and I was like, "Oh shit!" And then I went to school the next time and she was fucking bald, and I was like, "Well,
I guess it's
Damn.
gangster then, bitch.
yeah, basically, man." I was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" I was like, "God damn, guess it was a worst case scenario." And then I was like,
I had her as an
No,
English
dude.
teacher before we had her as a
Yeah.
US.
because that's why she was like, she thought you were super cool, and then she met me,
And she met
and
you,
I was
and
like,
you just
and
kinda
she
told-
was, and we were talking about music, and that's how she thought I was like originally cool. She was like, "Yo, you listen to Alice in Chains?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, I do."
Yeah.
Dude,
and
we
she
didn't
was
pull-
like,
we didn't
"It's
pull
not the
it
same
really-
since Lane Staley's gone." I was like, "Yeah, but it's still pretty good."
we didn't pull the same kind of crap in her English
Oi,
class.
shut the fuck up,
But I
dog.
remember I wasn't like supposed to be in that class. Like it was like English 10 and a bunch of freshmen were in that class. And the kids that I hung out with were like just boring kids. But like I remember one day during class, we pulled this prank where I would just walk up to her desk like while she was sitting there and just yoink shit off her desk. And she wouldn't notice. And so I ended up just,
Yo,
like, throughout
what?
the whole class, I just kept stealing stuff off her desk. And she eventually just started noticing, she's like, "Where did the tissues go?"
Where'd my fucking stapler
And we just started
go?
hiding them around the room. So,
Oh, it's over there, miss. What the fuck?
it
You're
was
like, man, that
hilarious.
fucking weird last night now.
She's just sitting there
Like,
"Man, I
huh?
should not have smoked that joint."
Yeah.
And I guess that's kind of like where she started thinking I was pretty chill.
Yeah. Yeah, she was a cool, like, don't get me wrong, she was a cool person until she fucking went straight nuts, dude. Like, she was like, "I'm moving to Austin, Texas. I'm gonna change my name. I was like, yo,
Dyed her hair.
I'm from, like, slow down.
Do you remember like what she named her kids? Because it was something weird. Don't say it, but like it was something wild. She named them after like something
Greek
or something.
gods.
Yeah.
I'm
I mean,
pretty
it's
sure one of
kinda
them
don't say that.
was Air. I don't know.
I don't know. They were
One of them
kinda-
was definitely the God of War. No.
Well,
wait.
that's not identifiable, Pez.
Shut the fuck up. No, but like, she was fucking weird. Like,
I mean, they were kind of cool names, but like
her
one of them
name
I
was
think something-
Ashley, and then she fucking named her kids fucking like some weird mumbo jumbo.
Yeah, I mean, it was. She was a cool person, but. And then she added us on Snapchat, and I was like, huh. I think that's you. Oh, yeah, she added us on Snapchat, and kids reported her for adding us on Snapchat. Do you remember that? That's Mike's muted. But yeah, so like she added us on Snapchat, and apparently some kids found out and they got pissed about it. They're like, "Oh, this is inappropriate. Teachers shouldn't have their students Snapchat." No, I agree that was a little inappropriate, but we didn't give a shit.
Okay, so sorry, Ma came in. What were you guys fucking talking to me
Remember,
about?
she added us on Snapchat, and other kids found out and reported her for it.
Oh yeah, she
Wow.
added us.
Mm-hmm.
She added us, and then
That's
fucking.
me.
Well, I didn't even have her try and like be the fucking hookup. Like, I literally was like, "Hey, did we have this assignment due? Like, when was this due? Like, can you help me?" Like, literally, I had her added so I could fucking ask for help on shit.
Mhm.
Because I
Yeah,
was
I
too much of a
never-
pussy to fucking raise my hand and be like, I don't
didn't
fucking
need- I
understand.
didn't need that, and so she just kind of sent snaps to me.
And I just cheated off of Nick.
Dude, everyone cheated.
But
off
once
of me
he
at that
was gone,
school.
I was like, well, shit.
Dude, literally everyone cheated off of me at that school. My history class was just full of like druggies, but not like the
Oh,
chill kind of
history was
druggies.
so.
No, somehow these kids were failing this class. It was just
Oh my
basic
God.
world history, and these kids were failing. And the only
No, it
reason
was
they passed-
it was AP US history.
No. Just before that, 10th grade.
Oh,
These kids
suck.
were legit failing, like world history.
Shut
And the only reason they
Jan.
passed is because I let them cheat off of me. These kids were literally dropping acid in class. And they were dropping
Dude.
some wacky synthetic stuff that they're like, "Oh yeah, I got this from someone."
Ew.
They're like, "Oh, this is supposed to be like 4
Sounds
times
kinda
stronger
weird.
than the regular stuff." I'm like, "Just get that shit away from me. I'm not touching that." All right, listen.
just get the
Kind of fruity.
It's kind of fruity.
I'm like, "You can have that if you want, but I'm not." They offered me some, like, "Nah, I'm good," because we were
Dude,
playing
did I ever
some,
tell you about the welding room?
No, but I've been in there a few times.
All the
They were
shit that
wild.
went down?
No, what happened?
Remember when the shit kickers almost stabbed like 3 of the ghetto kids? Like there
What?
almost was a knife fight that broke out
Holy shit!
over a torch, dude.
Doesn't surprise me.
So, for those of you unfamiliar with welding, there's torches for
A
like cutting.
welding torch.
Well, no,
Is this
like
thing
that
called-
you
Don't
have.
even explain it. Don't even.
It makes
Yeah,
fire.
regardless.
It's hot.
Yeah, it makes fire, cuts metal, cool. So this kid was like, "Yo, it's my turn," and then the fucking shit kickers are like, "Oh, really?" And they like lift their shit, and they've got like their fucking knives, and then this kid's like, "Yeah, really?" And he fucking pulls his knife out, and he's like, "Whip." And I was like, "All right, buddy, like here we go." And so these 3 shit kickers fucking pull their shit out, and then fucking 4 other ghetto kids pull their shit out, and then the teacher walks in, and he's like, "Whoa."
Teacher walks in,
Like-
pulls out a 9mm, and says, "Fuck that."
Fuck all y'all.
He's like, "Oh hell no, we're not doing this today."
No.
From that.
But like, the teacher walks in and he just walked out, like straight up. And then there's like me, and I'm like wearing fucking sweatpants, and I'm like, I live in TLF, I have no clothes, I look like I'm poor as shit, like I need clothes. And I'm fucking sitting there, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, welcome to Alamogordo, dude. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, dude. Alma was.
And so
scuffed.
after that, like, holy man, like that shit was fucking like straight up. These kids almost like they were fucking on the brink of just straight stabbing fest.
Dude,
like-
that school has
Sounds like a
so
meat
much
party.
Shit.
Sounds like a
year
meat
and a
party.
half that I was there. They had so much shit.
Sounds like a good time to me, to be honest.
No, do you know how many lockdowns we had?
Dude,
They were
I
literally
remember
how many
like in the
lockdowns
course of
I had.
there was literally like one a week.
in the
for, like,
course
4
of like
weeks.
yeah, in the course of like 3 months, we had like 20 lockdowns.
It was bad.
Mm.
And there was.
That's
okay,
why we just started eating in Snug's car.
Yeah, we
It
would
was a
get shit and
legit
just
bomb,
sit in my car.
bomb
and
like planted on
And you know
our
what?
school campus. It was great.
We
it
had an
worked out
old
once.
POW. We had like this old dude who had like hardcore PTSD. Fucking go to the fucking football field.
There's
with-
always one of those.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Start waving at
He
everyone.
had his fucking pistol and was just fucking firing off rounds. Like, man's fucking.
I think that was the day that we were in the car, and so we were chilling. in the
Yeah,
car.
and they're like, you guys need to get the fuck out of here.
No,
There's
let me
somebody.
Let me tell the story. So we're sitting
Yeah,
in my
yeah,
car, and we're just eating lunch. And this dude, this old ass dude, one of the administrators, rolls up in a golf
This
cart,
old ass
parks it
dude.
behind
He's
my
like,
car. He
Get out
parks it behind my car, walks up, knocks on the window, and I roll down. I'm like, "Hi, what's up?" And he's just like, "Y'all need to go inside. There's a lockdown." And so I'm just
You
like,
guys
all right,
need to
hold
stay
up.
out of the safety of your car and
I'm
go
like-
inside.
I'm like,
exactly.
I'm like, all right, so we'll head inside. We'll head inside right now. And I roll out the window, and Carter's just like, fuck that.
Yeah, no,
And,
I look at Nick and I was like,
I'm
you really
watching
want to
the review-
go?
I'm watching
In the
rearview
school
mirror.
where the guy is.
Yeah, Pez is saying, she's
Like,
like, you don't want to
it'll
go
be
in,
easy.
you don't want to go inside, and I'm watching the rearview mirror. He rolls off. I throw it in reverse and just skirt on out.
No, it was so funny because like Nick was rolling up the window and I was literally like, fuck you. And I was like, Nick, put this shit in reverse and leave. And he was like, wait, what? And I was like, the threat is inside. You really want to go in to the threat? And he was like, you're right. We called his mom while we were driving away. We're like, hey, there's a lockdown.
Well, we were already
You-
outside, so
Yeah, we're
like,
already outside, so we're
So we just
dipping.
left, and so we ended up back at my house, and we just hung out there for a little bit until, because I'm pretty sure, no, my brother didn't phone. How would he find out? I'm
No.
sure we texted somebody.
There.
What?
Your brother was in the school
Yeah, but he
because
didn't have
he
a
was a
phone at the
freshman
time.
and he couldn't leave.
He didn't have a phone. So how did we find out the lockdown ended? I'm pretty sure you were talking to somebody.
Oh, I was texting people, yeah.
Yeah, and then so once we found out the lockdown ended, my mom was like, "You have to go back to school now." I'm like, "What do you
And I was
mean?
like,
Why can't
what
we
the
just
fuck,
chill?"
man?
And she's just like, "Nope, you gotta go back. Sorry, guys." And so we're driving back, and Carter's just like, "You should have just dropped me off at my house."
Yeah, because I was like, you should have just drove me home. And then he was like, yeah, probably. And I was like, all right, fuckhead. I was like, I'm gonna go to art now. Fucking hated that class. That class was boof.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, oh my god. I almost failed that class.
How do
I
you almost fail art?
So we had this clay project, right? And it was like a clay house. And for those of you who don't know, when clay gets dry, it gets really, 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 really brittle.
is
So-
that so?
Yeah, buddy, I know, right?
Mhm.
So my hands, like, they're super dry. And so I fucking was working with my clay and shit, and it just naturally dried out. And so I'm like getting it all moist again. And fucking my house basically dried out because I went on a trip for like a week. Well, I come back and she's like, okay, Carter, like, you got to finish your house. Like, and so I fucking like, all right. So I grab my house and my base is like solid as a rock, but all of my walls were like brittle as fuck. And somebody bumped into me and I dropped my shit and all of it just shattered.
Oh, no.
And then
you
she was
pulled out
like,
a Glock and fucking shot him.
yo, chill. No, and then I was like, well, fuck. And she was like, oh, that's a 0. And I was like, excuse me, bitch? Like,
Good job,
excuse
you zero. Whips out belt,
I'll show you a hero.
folds belt, does the little thwip thing.
Doom doom. Special victims unit music starts playing. Doom, doom. No. And so she fucking was like, yeah, that's a 0. Like, you shouldn't have let it dry out. I was like, I've been gone for a week. Like, how am I supposed to help that? Like, she's like, ask somebody to wet your fucking cloths for you. I was like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Like, no. I am not about. I was like, first off, I didn't talk to anybody in my art class because they were all fucking, like, there were 2 cool people in my art class. And I didn't have any of their contact information. And I was out of the country. So I was like, well, can't talk to anybody anyway. So that shit happened. And I almost failed art because of it. I passed art with a 6. I had passed art with a 59.9.
Dude, that's nothing. My programming and game design class, 4th quarter, I got a 30.
Jesus Christ.
But I
Boy,
got,
let me tell you.
I passed anyways though, because first semester I think I got an A. 3rd quarter I got a C, and on the midterm I got a B, and then the final I got like a mid to high C, and so I passed.
How? That doesn't.
Because I don't know.
Something's not adding up.
I can't remember exactly what it was, but it worked out so that I passed, and I didn't do jack shit 4th quarter. I literally
So if
did
you got a
nothing.
C and you had a 30, right in the middle, like say you got a 70, or say you got a 78,
Mhm.
and you had a 30, right in the middle, what? Like a fucking 54?
Yup.
So,
it brought it down to like a 68, but then the midterm.
So,
the
wait.
final- The final exam.
so the
brought it
final,
up.
if you pass that, which if you got a C, they probably curved
I
it
got
to a
high
B.
C, and so it brought me up to a C, and so I passed.
Oh,
with a
okay.
C.
Okay, maybe that does make sense. Yeah, I was so worried that I was gonna fail financial lit because
You,
I straight up cheated on every
dude, so
assignment
did
we had
I.
in that class.
I found
Like,
kids who had already done it because we did it online, and so kids already had it done, and they already had the work saved on their computers. So I'm like, hey, you want to pass that over?
oh no, see, our teacher would always hand us worksheets, and my friends, like, I was in pre-cal before that, and I was like, yo, fuck pre-cal. Like, pre-cal's whack as shit. Miss me with that. So then I went to stupid people
I had a
math,
chill
which was
pre-cal though.
financial lit,
I had
which
coding and gab in my
was
pre-cal
financial lit.
class.
So fucking, I'm in financial lit, and I'm still thinking like a smart person for math, and they're like, no, it's literally just addition. And I was like, I don't know how to just do addition. Like,
What do you mean?
I
Just
haven't just
addition?
done addition in fucking 3 years,
You mean
buddy.
there's no x's and y's?
Yeah, no X,
You
no
mean I
Y.
don't have to
Huh?
find a derivative?
Huh? Yeah, exactly. No. And so they're like, well, you could. And at this point, I was never like a cheater. And then senioritis is hitting me big time this year. Like, I'm already through the first
Junior.
quarter and I want to die. Like,
What's
we're
your junior
cheating,
year, dude?
boys. We're cheating. So, 3 quarters later, I'm fucking my the teacher found out that everybody was cheating and was like, as long as you guys fucking pass the year and you pass the end of the quarter, the end of the year final, I could care less. And everybody's like, cool, guess we just cheat on tests, cheat on everything. And so that's what I did, dude. Cheated on everything.
Dude,
And he came for my neck, man.
did you really?
Like, yeah, because I had Lily in that class, and you know how me and Lily are. We fucking we're chatterboxes.
Mhm.
And he was like, you're disruptive to my class. I allowed you to come in here on the last day that people could switch classes. Like, I'll fucking kick your ass out. And I was like, motherfucker, like, I am not even the most disruptful person in here. And I was like, but whatever. If you're threatening to kick my ass out, I guess I'll shape up for like 3 days. And
I'll
that's
kick your
exactly what I
ass
did.
out.
I'll kick your ass out. No. So,
No.
fucking,
No.
yeah. Yeah.
Fucking idiot. God damn. I can't believe you'd suggest such a stupid. No.
Dude, everyone in New Mexico cheated, but
Yo,
nobody
can we
was
talk
good
about-
at cheating. 1 second, I got this.
Nobody was good at cheating because nobody understood that you had to miss some.
Yes.
You had to take. You
This
had to
is gold.
take a 70 like every once in a while, so it wasn't like you were a fucking
wasn't
super
bullshit.
genius.
Yeah, dude. No. This.
I
my
dig and I
junior
get what I
English-
get.
My junior
Yeah,
AP
right?
English, we had to do like vocab tests, right? And they were multiple choice. You just bubble in the answer, right?
Gross.
So that was easy shit. People were cheating on that. I mean, it wasn't easy because that sucks. People were cheating on that. But the thing is, they did one test where somebody found an answer key on the teacher's desk, and they're like, "Oh yeah, hell yeah, let's just do this." And took pictures, sent it around the class. And next day we walk in, and the
Everyone
teacher's like, "All right, I understand cheating, but at least be smart about it. Some of
Hey,
you guys,
fucking idiots.
some
Yeah,
of you
you
guys
fucking idiots.
cheated on that test. You know how I know I cheated? You got them all wrong, because you used an answer key for the wrong test."
Oh no way.
Somebody
dude.
reported it, and they were like, "Oh, here's the people were sending around the answer key," and like those people got every single answer wrong
No
because
way.
they used
dude.
the answer key. They didn't even check.
See, that's the funny thing. Like, that's what makes me laugh because I remember there was one time
I'm
in
so not
algebra
happy I didn't
2.
cheat on that.
Yeah, I never cheated in English because like I always had respect for like my English teachers. Whereas like junior year rolled around and I was like, any class that Nick is in, I'm cheating. Like I cheated on our intro to computer class. Like, but I also showed up like halfway through the year and he expected me to know what a motherboard was. Like, what the fuck? No.
I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, but
Yeah.
You see, when two
how
people
can
love
she
each
slap?
other, when two computers love each other very much.
Yeah, I was not a computer person. Like I was like, I have a console. But anyway, so I cheated on that class. I cheated on fucking history, and then Nick left, and I was like, oh shit, I got to get my shit together and actually do shit. But then Then senior year rolled around. And,
This fucking Asian kid, he like sat right next to me. No.
no, that's what Slater's for. You don't need the Asian kid when you got Slater. Like, you scan
Oh,
that
yeah,
textbook.
Slater? Ooh.
You scan that textbook barcode, and you're golden, home.
Dude, somehow
Like, you're
people here have
good.
not used Slater. Like they don't know what Slater is here.
Yeah, I know.
That's because
right?
on the East Coast.
Shocked.
That's because on the East Coast, people care about academics, and they're like legit with their shit.
No.
Slater's pretty cool. I
Like,
use that for
Abuse that shit in calculus.
I
And algebra
abuse
two.
that shit. You use that shit in algebra 2, bro? Algebra 2 is
yeah.
too easy, bro.
Yeah, but
Can we
teacher
talk
was like,
about
"Cunts."
the massive amount of people that are gonna storm Area 51?
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
dude.
that
It's
is
the
$10
fucking
bucks.
internet.
It's not
It's
gonna
the
happen.
internet.
2 people
All
are
right.
gonna show up and be like, "Where is everybody?" And they're gonna go on
Let's
Facebook
see.
and be like, "Hey guys, we're
It's-
here at Area 51. Where is everybody?" And then you're gonna hear a
I'm
gunshot.
not-
and then just the dude
I'm
shoots.
not
Yeah, you're
saying
just gonna see a
that-
bullet go through their head, just flip.
I'm not saying that they're gonna do it, but it's the internet. What I mean, do you really think
The
somebody's
guy who
not gonna
made
do
the
it?
post was completely kidding. It was just a shit post.
Yeah, but 200,000 people are trying to do it.
I know, dude. It's not gonna happen.
And that's the worst part because it will probably
You know,
happen.
like,
I mean,
75%
the
of
internet
these
in
people
2019 is
are
just crazy.
idiots and
Did you
think
guys
that
see
it's
those
gonna happen.
how people are robbing stores in like mass groups
Yes, I
because,
saw that.
and they're making memes out of it because they think it's funny and
What's
you
up
know
with
it's
that?
stupid.
There's been
And it's
like
the fucking
3
internet. You
SMEs.
know they're gonna do
They
this shit.
think it's funny. Yo, what?
Alright, but can we talk about real quick? Because we're at like an hour 11. Can we talk about? my
Okay,
boy-
yeah, we should kind of
No.
wrap it up.
Real quick, I want to talk about my boy ASAP Rocky.
Oh, dude, R.I.P. Free Rocky, man.
Free
That
his-
shit's so
I
stupid.
don't usually hop on those bandwagons like, oh, free this rapper. This dude legit did nothing wrong. He went a
Wait,
little
what?
overboard. But come on. The dude
No, but
assaulted them.
these guys were being total douchebags.
They were following
Rocky
him around.
stood up
They
for these
assaulted
girls.
his bodyguard. They sexually harassed a couple girls. And so they just kicked the shit out of him. Like, I don't see anything wrong with that.
Well, apparently
Um,
Sweden does. Like,
I guess people just don't like getting their shit kicked out of
You
them.
don't say. Nah, this dude broke his headphones.
guess people
over
don't
the-
like getting their shit kicked
Have you
in.
guys seen the video?
Of course, Leo. What the fuck?
I
Have you
mean,
guys seen
everyone
the
that I
video?
kicked to definitely was begging me.
Nico, did you guys see the video?
Oh yeah.
Dude, this is
No, I didn't
stop.
see the fucking video. I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
This
You
is
don't know?
serious.
You don't know about the Rocky shit, dude?
No.
This dude went on tour in Sweden.
What I
and-
just said, I
He
didn't.
was performing at a music festival.
Yeah.
Yeah,
a couple
yeah.
of
Keep
Swedish
going,
dudes
because
started-
I totally don't know what happens.
A couple of Swedish dudes.
I'll go
were
to his
following
IG
him
real quick.
around.
I'll go to his IG.
A couple of
Just
Swedish dudes
fucking
were
say the
following him
whole
around
story.
Sweden while they were walking around, and his bodyguard's just like, "Yo, y'all need to back off. You guys shouldn't be following us." These guys were obviously drunk.
No, they were druggies. He said they were high as fuck.
Oh, were they? Well,
That's
either way,
interesting.
these guys start putting their hands on the bodyguard, and the bodyguard's not having it, and so he's just like, "Bro, they're doing the best they can to defuse the situation. Like they're calm, and they're just like, yo, y'all need to chill out, walk the other way. We really don't want to start anything here."
Turn
And
the
so,
fuck around before I
The
fuck
guy
you in the
takes his like headphones off of
Headphones.
his neck and smashes them over the bodyguard's head, and the bodyguard is still chill about it. The bodyguard just shook it off. He's like, "Dude, come on." And then the dude gets pissed that his headphones are broken. And he's just like, "You broke my fucking headphones. You need to pay for them." And the bodyguard's like, "Nah,
You just fucking
walk
smashed him
away."
over my head. Like, yeah.
And so these guys follow him around for a good like 20, 30 minutes. And they still haven't started anything yet because these guys are just trying to just go on their way. And then these girls come up and they're just like, "Oh, are these guys messing with you?" And they're like, "Yeah, they just follow us around. They won't do it. They won't leave us alone."
No, it was before that. They were smacking their asses.
Yeah, these girls are like, "Yeah, these two guys, they smacked me and my girlfriend's ass." And so like the video just cuts to like a video of these guys, like this guy grabs like, I think he grabs Rocky.
I put
or
it in
something.
general, by the way, the videos.
Yeah.
I'm watching.
He grabs Rocky and Rocky just like slams the dude on the ground and they just circle around him and start kicking the shit out of him.
Yeah, like that's a little overboard, but
it's a
like
battle. Rocky could have handled it on his own. He didn't need the bodyguards and everything to step in, or he could have backed out and let the bodyguard handle it. But he didn't need the whole group to come in. But I mean, it was in the moment. And you can't. I wasn't there. You can't really judge.
yeah, heat of the moment shit.
I'll beat the shit
wouldn't-
out of all of them myself.
How do you look at that? How do you like watch the video and still think these guys have like committed a heinous crime? Because they're still in jail, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like, have the courts not?
They're
seen the
supposed to get
videos
like
yet?
2 years. They're supposed to get like 2 years. How
The courts have
long
gotta look
is
at
Bro,
this
that bitch that fucking licked the ice cream. Oh my
Oh my
god.
god, screw her. She got
She
Oh,
caused.
bro, yeah.
Did you guys
She
see
got off
that
because she's a minor.
FDA regulation gonna have to put seals in their ice cream containers now? So
No, I
that's
didn't
gonna
see that.
cost a lot more money because they have to buy the machines to put the seals on, and
Rip
then they have to
cheap
pay for the
Food Lion ice
electricity.
cream.
And so now that ice cream value is just probably gonna shoot up a little bit.
No, that chick.
Some stupid bitch fucking licked tub of ice cream.
You see that chick got off on all charges, or not? I don't think she got off on all charges, but it was just like a fine or something, just because she's a minor. But there was another guy who did it, and he got charges for it, and he's facing jail time. Which,
I hope she drinks Bill Delphine's bathwater.
but it's not bathwater. It's just like.
It's just
literal
water.
poison.
Yeah, it's literally just HIV juice.
That's good. Wait a minute.
Alright, I think it's time to wrap this up. We're at 116 now.
Let's play some Counter-Strike.
Alright. Well, thanks for listening to the podcast. Hopefully, we're gonna get Will on next episode.
Void, i.e.
Void.
Bro, let's
well-
continue the podcast, but not record it as a podcast. Let's just record it as playing CSGO.
Alright, so this is gonna go up on YouTube.
Hello,
Just
we're the Chasma members. Hi.
okay.
Hi.
Alright.
Jesus, yeah.
I hope you guys like us.
Alright, we'll see you guys next time.
I love you.
Mwah.